Good morning, dear students.
Good morning, sir.
How are you all?
Fine, sir. What about you, sir?
I'm also fine. Very good. So be okay. I also want you people to be okay, safe and sound, and be happy. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what's the date today?
Today is 1st of June, sir.
Very good. 1st of June 2021. Subject.
Economics.
Very good. Economics. Okay. What was the topic we are discussing?
About poverty, sir.
Very good. Poverty. Subtopic. And what was the subtopic we are discussing?
How social scientists look at poverty? If I am not mistaken, sir.
Okay.
Poverty line.
Poverty line, yes. Poverty line. Okay. So today, okay. Okay, where the okay, it is here only, okay. Okay. So today we will see another subtopic, that is okay, poverty estimates. But before we move to a new topic, just I would like to recapture, and before that I would like to ask some questions. So what do you understand by poverty line?
Poverty line means deprivation of the basic needs, sir.
Partially, yes, correct. Deprivation of basic needs. Let us put this in this way. Basic needs. A person has to fulfill basic needs. Okay, he has to. That is fixed by a country. Suppose let us say that's income level. Suppose a person has for rural area, we saw that if it is fixed that a person has to earn 816 rupees per month. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So a family consists of 5 members. That family has to earn how much rupees? 4,080 rupees. Okay. So that is what. Okay. So that is a basic requirements. To fulfill the basic requirements, that family has to earn 4,080 rupees in a month. Okay, so I would like to show you some bullet points. Okay, I have prepared for you for just recapitulation. Could you please switch on the projector?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay.
Maybe from the laptop, sir.
Okay.
No. Just. Yeah, now it will come, sir.
Okay.
Sir, it is good that you put that whiteboard down, sir.
Yes, thank you. I'll put it down so that it looks clear for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Some more to wait. Okay. So is it visible, students?
Yes, sir.
So we see here, as I told you, poverty line means basic needs that have to be fulfilled by a person in a country. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I told you, so it differs from country to
Country.
Okay, I told you the exam. I gave you one example of United States and India.
India.
In having a car in United States is a basic requirement. Okay, basic
Yes, sir.
requirement. Whereas in India, having a car is
Having the luxurious life, sir.
yes, it is considered as a luxury. Okay, so we see here in the year 2011 and 12, what was the this one minimum level poverty line was fixed. It is here.
Yes, 4,080 rupees.
Yes, that was for a family consisting of 5 members. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that was for rural area.
Yes, sir.
And in urban areas, okay, in urban area per person it was fixed 1,000 rupees, okay, per month. So applies to same like rural area. Suppose if a family consists of 5 members, then that family has to earn how much rupees? 5,000 rupees per
Per
month.
month.
So if they are able to reach or earn 5,000 rupees, then they are below above poverty
Poverty
line.
line.
If any family doesn't reach or not able to earn 5,000 rupees in urban areas and 4,080 rupees in rural areas, that means those families are below
Poverty line.
Yes, and we saw that in rural area, a person needs 2,400 calories to work.
Work.
Okay, energy to work. Okay, and in urban area, a person needs 2,100
Calories.
calories. Okay, we see the difference. 300 more calories needed for rural area. Why?
Because the physical activity is
Yeah.
more, sir.
Yes, very good, fantastic answer. Okay, very good. That is why they need more calories. Okay, so this is what we basically we saw in the last class. So you so that you don't forget, because you have a next week test. Okay, so
Yes,
just
sir.
for your benefit, it is good to recapitulate. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, we'll see the. Okay. So, as I told you, today we are going to see poverty estimates. Okay. Students, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what do you mean by poverty estimates? Any idea? Any one of you?
Poverty estimate means know about the situation of the poverty, sir.
Yes, partially you are correct. Okay. 12. As we saw, 20% people were living below poverty line.
line.
Out of 100%, 20% were living below poverty
Poverty
line.
line.
Okay, okay, dear students. So let us go to next slide. Okay. So here, as I told you, okay, if the trend continues, people below poverty line may come down to less than 20% in the next few years. That means if this trend, declining, if it declines gradually, year by year, then it is expected that percentage of poverty will come down to 20%. Okay, so slowly we may, percentage of poverty will come down and our country will improve. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So so now we will see another subtopic in that only, to understand that vulnerable groups. So here, let us see who are those vulnerable groups.
Yes,
The
sir.
proportion of people below poverty line is also not same for all social groups and economic categories in India. Social groups which are most vulnerable to poverty are scheduled caste and scheduled tribe households. So here, who are those vulnerable groups? Scheduled caste and
Scheduled tribe.
scheduled tribes. So scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and that also says that not same for all social groups. That means there is a difference between in scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. That income of inequalities will be there. Some difference. So we'll see in the next slide.
Yes, sir.
Students. So are you getting the points?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you don't understand, please ask me. Okay, I will explain. I'm here to explain. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. Similarly, among the economic groups, the most vulnerable groups are the rural agricultural labor households and the urban causal labor households. Graph 3.1 shows the percentage of poor people in all these groups. So we'll see next in the next slide. So what is there? Okay, in the graph. Okay. So here we see the similar among the economic groups, the most vulnerable groups are the rural agriculture. That means those who are working in the field. Okay, agriculture. Those who are working in agriculture. Okay, field. Okay, producing. Okay, vegetables, grains. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then urban causal labor, that means those who are working in urban areas, not fixed job. Okay, suppose for example, let us see. Okay, like okay, construction of a building. Okay, suppose that takes only for 1 year. Okay, and suppose that construction of building work takes for 1 year, and then afterwards, and when that building is constructed and built, then they have to look for another jobs. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
till they get any other construction, they are jobless. So that is what this means. Okay. We'll go to the next slide. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Am I fast, students?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See if I go okay fast, then you okay can stop tell me. Okay. So could you one of you read what is written there in the slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try.
Although the average for people below poverty line for all groups in India is 22.43 out of 100, people belonging to scheduled tribes are not able to meet their basic needs. Similarly, 34% of casual workers in urban areas are below poverty line.
Okay, thank you. Nice reading, Niraj. Okay. So here we see, although the average for people who are below poverty line for all groups in India is 22. That means in general, 22% people are below poverty line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we see here, 43 out of 100 people belonging to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. So they are out of 100. How many are below poverty line? 43 of them are below poverty line. That means 43 persons or families, persons are not able to meet their basic needs. That was how much rupees per person? 816 rupees in the year 2011 and 12. Okay, so that's what. Not able to meet. Okay, and similarly, 34% of coastal workers in urban areas. So those who are living in urban areas are also, how many of them? Out of 100, 34 of them are not able to meet their basic needs. Okay, so they are also below poverty line. Okay, so hope the concepts are clear, students.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we see about 34% of causal labor farm in rural areas, and 29% of scheduled caste are also poor. So we see here 34% causal laborer. Okay, for those who are working in the farm, not fixed, they don't have land actually. Okay, but they are working in the lands of others. Okay, so they are, how many of them are out of 100 poor? 34 of them. Okay, and 20% of scheduled caste. Okay, so scheduled caste, 29 of them are out of 100 below poverty line. Okay, students.
Yes, sir.
Pay attention, students.
Yes, sir.
So this is the graph. Okay, that group wise.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we see here scheduled tribe. Out of 100, this is the graph for your better understanding, so that you have crystal clear. Okay, scheduled tribe out of 100, 43 are below poverty line, and this is average Indian poverty ratio. In general, 22% are below poverty line. And scheduled caste we saw 29% of them are below poverty line, and then 34 coastal labor farm and coastal labor non-farm means those who coastal labor non-farm means those who are landless. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
here coastal labor farm those those who have done working in field. Okay. So here in this slide we see the double disadvantage of being a landless causal wage labor households in the socially disadvantaged social groups of the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribe population highlights the seriousness of the problem. So here students, we see that those who are landless, whether especially whether they are scheduled caste or scheduled tribes. So those who are landless, it is very difficult to survive because all the more they are poor, they don't have job, they don't have enough money. So if they don't have land, this is a serious problem. Okay. Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So here, you will see in this slide, some recent studies have shown that except for the scheduled tribe households, all the other three groups, that is, those are scheduled caste, rural agricultural laborers, and the urban causal labor households, have seen decline in poverty in the 1990s. So, except scheduled tribe, all these other three groups, they have come down to, their poverty has come down to, at least slowly, gradually it is coming down, except scheduled tribe. Okay. So it is according to 1990s. Okay. Okay, dear students. So we see here, apart from these social groups, there is also inequality of incomes. As I told you that there is some difference within a family also. Within a family, in poor families all suffer, but some suffer more than others. In some cases, women, elderly people and female infants are denied equal access to resources available to the family. Okay. So here, there are some families. Okay. In the family itself, there is inequality of incomes. That means we see here women, elderly people. That means girls, those who are girls' child, they are not access to all the facilities. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe they have not. Suppose not getting opportunity to go to school. Okay, or other nutritious foods. So the next class will see that story. Okay, next class will see that one case or a story of a person to understand better how inequality of incomes is there in a family. Okay. So just dear students, before we end our class, just to recapitulate, whatever I have taught you, whether you have understood or not. So, two questions are there. Okay. So, in the year 2011 and 12, what was the percentage of poverty in general?
34?
34 is quite very high in general.
Not able to recall, sir.
Okay, so you want a clue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, double of 11.
22, sir.
Yes, very good, fantastic answer. Yes, so 22%. Okay, was below poverty line in general. Okay, in a country. So second one, which social groups were most vulnerable?
Scheduled tribe, scheduled caste.
Very good, fantastic answer. So I appreciate. Okay, that means you have paid attention. Okay, whatever I taught you. Okay, very good, students. So homework before. Okay, so homework. Who are the most vulnerable groups and why? Write in your own words. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you, dear students. This is for today enough.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, have a nice day.
Same to you, sir.